What's up? Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I am your host, the DFS Jerusalem, aka the Point Guard. We're gonna go ahead and chop this slate up, man. We got a really nice slate, man. It's 8 games, and I like it a lot. And what I like about it is I've been sitting back, and of course I've been watching every NBA game because I watch every NBA game, and what I've been able to do. What I'm going to do is just take a look at some of the player rotations. We know when guys are out, they're out. We know who's out. We have a really good idea of who's out, who's not playing. All right. But I've also seen where we can look at some of the guys that we're going to be talking about that have made somewhat of a solid impact on the preseason. I think it's going to carry over into the regular season, and we're going to talk about those guys as well. I think we've seen a lot of what the coaches want to do so far with that first week of the preseason being in the books. So I think I wanted to sit back and I wanted to gauge, how right and exact I could be in terms of picking players and kind of knowing what I wanted to do with certain roster builds. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about this, and I want to solidify that with jumping in and really chopping up a slate. Now, we're not only live on on Facebook in the VIP. Shout out to everybody in the VIP. We are also live on YouTube as well. And that's only because it's preseason. Once the regular season goes live, I will no longer do these type of live streams on YouTube. I'm going to be doing my recap shows, going back in. I'm going to be calling out who is the motherfucking snowflake of the night. Let me going back in. Because this is my time of year, it's NBA, and I'm ready to get it cracking. Okay? So, and I took the liberty jumping in and really chopping out. Yo, DJ, I got to bring you on the show. Yo, the homie DJ Sabato did some really solid research in terms of, giving us a nice NBA write-up that we could hold on to inside the shop. Sort of the way Lee the Nappy does that. Sort of the way Samuel I Like to Drum does that for us in MLB and NFL. So big shout out to him, man. Thank you for your help, man. Glad to see you jump in and really want to help out. So awesome stuff. So we're gonna be talking about today's slate. Something I want to show you, man. This is gonna be every beat writer for every team that you see here tonight. Like I've got them all. Like I follow all of them. Every beat writer. I'm talking, from Manny Navarro, who covers the Heat. I'm talking about all the way to the homie that covers the Sacramento Kings, like Jason Jones, who I got everything, right? Like this is the point. Like this is what we do. This is how we're up on information before other people are. Like Joe Freeman that covers the Blazers, like everybody. And what I do is I open it up. I open up the Twitters at a certain point of the day, probably about 3 or 4 o'clock, and then I just leave it open, and it tells me what their new tweets are and what else they're gonna be talking about. So we're gonna be getting into that too, as we go through team by team, game by game, sort of breaking down the slate and getting a solid idea. I mean, if you don't have Twitter, bro, you need to get Twitter. The first person I want you to follow if you don't have a Twitter, your DFS Jerusalem. The next people I want you to follow is every beat writer that you can find for all of these teams. Because you want your Twitter to look like a constant flow of NBA, NFL, NHL information right now. Like that's what you want your Twitter to look like. So please get a Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Of course, make sure that you can, gain exposure or gain access to all these different people and the teams that they also cover for. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna be using RotoQL. QL has not yet established their projections, so to speak. Like they don't have any projections out. Of course, I mean, and most providers aren't really jumping, getting too jiggy with the projections. Most of them are kind of waiting until the season starts, and I can get that. I dig it. It makes perfect sense. But we're going to be going through it. One thing, the first thing that you're going to see in this first game, where we got the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons here in a 203-point total. That's fairly decent. We love those higher totals, but this is a 203 total, and you've got the Pistons here at home, Indiana Pacers coming to town. And you see a lot of these guys to be questionable, man. And that's what makes the write-up that DJ did so important earlier when he talked about the guys that are going to be out in this game. So let's take a look at the Pacers beat reporter and see what we've got going on here. Now, he says, Lance won't be playing tonight. The starters tonight are going to be Collison, Porteris, Jones, Leaf, and Jefferson. Oh man, that's bad. That is bad. This is horrible. So all these guys that you see are going to be out, like Depot, Miles Turner, no Lance Stevenson. All you get is Darren Collison, and you might like 12 to 15 minutes of Darren Collison. So if you wanted to play cats in the spot, man, you're going to be looking at TJ Leaf. You're going to be looking at Alex Porteris, who I don't really love. And I think today is a day where you don't have to play bottom of the barrel guys. Like, play the guys you like. I think we've gotten further enough into the preseason where you can kind of play guys that you like. Not so much just names you know, but guys that you like. Okay? Then you got, on the other side, Andre Drummond is questionable. Avery Bradley, let's take a look at their Twitter exactly. See what we've got, any new things jumping off. The last I saw, okay, Reggie Jackson will make his preseason debut tonight. Drummond and Bradley are out. So no Drummond, no Avery Bradley. Reggie Jackson is playing tonight. And that's why it's so good, so important to follow these cats on Twitter, bro, because you get that information. So we already know, like, you can't play Drummond. You can't play Avery Bradley. Miles Turner is a no-go for you. Vic Oladipo, no. Lance Stevenson, no. Thaddeus Young is not going to be playing. So you got Collison, you know, who's not going to be playing a lot of minutes. So I'm sorry, I should have deleted those guys. Yeah. Dame is somebody who we like. We talked about him, and you can't play any of these dudes, man, because Collison is scheduled to get a small amount of minutes, and you got guys like TJ Leaf. Who we talked about. Horrible. Ugh, this is bad. This is really bad. So for me, you know, my only play from this game for me would be Drummond, especially on FanDuel where you get that big block bonus. But I don't like much of this at all, really. Like, you got maybe some Tobias Harris is a guy you can look at, maybe Eddie Jackson in his first start back. You know, this team does really give it up to the small forward spot, so Tobias Harris could be a guy that's in play. He's a guy that I've used a couple of times actually during the preseason, and it's worked out well for me. Last game was 36.75. Although this is last season, it's not showing up preseason, but he had a couple of nice 20-point games. The times that I used them, so I think, you know, Tobias Harris is a guy that's definitely in play. I like Tobias Harris on FanDuel and or DraftKings. On the other side, next game we got is gonna be the Memphis Grizzlies and the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks are gonna be at home here. You know, Ellison McClendon says Sabonis could be a decent play, a guy that's in play, and I think that. The first thing that jumps out to me about this game, about this Memphis and Atlanta game, is the total sucks. It's a shitty total. 195 is the total, and honestly, you can shift the coverage to games where the total is going to be higher because we do have Portland, Sacramento over 200. You got even Utah, Phoenix over 200, and I'm sure some of that is accredited to the fact that, you know, you're not going to see Rudy Gobert tonight for the Utah Jazz, so that game's over 200. You've got the Rockets and the Knicks. That game's going to go over 200. You've got Philadelphia, Boston. That game could easily go over 200. So you don't have to invest yourself very heavily in these lower total games. The totals are really real. Like, it does matter. It does matter. The NBA totals matter a lot more than any other sport. All right, so Dennis Schroeder. Well, let's take a look at the beat writers here. This is for the Grizzlies, man. The Grizzlies beat writers. They're talking about Coach Ronald Tillery said Coach Fizz. We continue to drag our feet. No big stories. No big stories. Because I don't think anybody was like, you know, not playing. But the biggest story is, though, we do get Mike Conley back. And we know that the Atlanta Hawks suck against the point guard position. We know that generally the Memphis Grizzlies are one of the better teams in the league against that. Mike Conley didn't play a lot of minutes last time. Only 6.6 is the price on him. One of my favorite plays on the slate, actually. I like him on FanDuel and or DraftKings. I'm going to have a fair share of Mike Conley here. So I got him. Maybe we should put all the beat writers in a list on Twitter so that we can follow them all. Yeah, good call, bro. I'm seeing Drummond is resting. Yeah, Drummond is resting. Drummond is resting. Yeah, Drummond is resting. So, yeah, Mike Conley's a guy that I think you can definitely use here. Even Jarrell Martin maybe at a power forward spot is a guy that may be usable. On the Atlanta Hawks side, I just don't want to play in a lower total like this. I just don't want to play a bunch of cats against the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, the Grizzlies at home is really a defensive struggle that you don't want to play against. But you had like cats like Dwayne Dedmon, who's receiving a lot of looks here. Getting a guy like that priced at 4.5. You got Taurean Prince at 5.3. I think a guy that could be usable. But yo, do not hang your hat on this games. Collins or Ilyasova, if anything. And you have Ersan at 4.5. I can get behind that. And John Collins, no, I don't want to play him. I don't want to play him. I don't want to play him. But I don't want to play him. Like this is a game I'm not going to go too deep in because I just like certain spots. I like other spots. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be going too deeply in this game at all. But I love Mike Conley. Mike Conley is probably my favorite point guard. He's a point guard play of the night for me. Marc Gasol, foot concern, limited minutes, maybe. Yes. Yeah, I'm not playing Marc Gasol. They're not going to take a chance on injuring him at all. I mean, that dude is fragile, bro. That dude is fragile. His foot will break like getting off the couch. Like, But I like Jarrell Martin, man, and I do definitely like I like Mike Conley here. I think Mike Conley is a very awesome play, solid play. Next game we got is going to be the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics. This game is going to be in Boston. Kyrie Irving is questionable, but I think he is going to play. Joe Temp says Ennis is getting a lot of minutes. Are you still going to be doing the core four like last year? Yes, once the season starts. I'm not going to do it now because the minutes are not solidified to the point enough to where I can say with confidence, yo, play these four cats. They won't let you down. They're going to get 6 times value. I don't have that confidence yet. But as soon as the season starts, that's where we're going to begin that. This is just more so going over the plays that I like, telling you who I'm going to be rocking with. And if I feel strongly about a guy, I'm going to tell you how strongly I feel about him. All right? So Philadelphia 76ers here. I would love to see Joel Embiid play, much like a lot of you. Like, I would love to see Joel Embiid play. But, okay, so let's take it out. Keith Pompey has sent out a few tweets. Keith Pompey is the Sixers beat writer, man. Their main beat writer. Really cool Twitter to follow, too. So, he says the Sixers injury bug strikes again. Yeah, he does a locked on Sixers. So, Keith Pompey talks about reserve center Rashawn Holmes being the latest player that's become injured. Markelle Fultz, Dario Saric, they're going to play tonight versus the Celtics. J.J. Redick and Robert Covington are out. So, you're going to get Markelle Fultz and Dario Saric. That's pretty decent. I kind of like that, bro. Yo, I like Sarge, man. Yo, I like Sarge. Yep, Ben Simmons game time decision as well as Joel Embiid. But yeah, give me some Fultz and get some Sarge. I kind of like that, especially on FanDuel, bro. Fultz is cheap as shit on FanDuel. I kind of like him. Give me Fultz. Give me Sarge. Redick and Covington. They've already been. We already know they're out. Okafor, if he does play, going to be seeing limited amount of minutes. And today is the first day where Markelle Fultz has got the number from Timothy Cabarrot. I heard Sark is getting limited minutes. Kyrie, Hayward, Morris all out. Wow. Let's take a look at that. Let's go. Okay, so we got to find that. The Celtics one. Let's see what's up with them. Okay. A lot of you seen bums about guys sitting out a preseason game, but this does set the stage for Fultz versus Tatum. That's right. Okay, so cool. So the Celtics announced that Hayward, Horford, Kyrie, and Marcus Morris are all out today. All out. So you get no Irving, no Horford, no Hayward. Wow, no Marcus Morris, but you do get Jason Tatum, who I kind of like that. Yeah, Tatum. Tatum Fultz is like the nut spot. Like, you gotta play those guys. Philip lineup is out, and off the bench you got McAdoo and Fultz. We need a list of all NBA. Okay, yeah. Your Tatum is a guy I really like. Tatum. I'm playing Tatum today. I shall have exposure to Tatum. More right up you posted has players that are out in it. Okay. Cool. Daily NBA lineups.com is the best. Well, let's look it up. I love to get it straight from like the beat writers, man. I love to do that. Okay, here we go. NBA lineups for the night. Yeah, this is a good one. Okay, so you got Reggie Jackson, Bullock, Stanley Johnson, Tobias Harris, John Lure. It says Reggie Jackson will not play Monday. Reggie Jackson is probable. Now we know he's playing, so that's a little different. Okay. Rozier, Smart, Brown. Yeah, see, and all these guys has them as game time decisions here. Okay, yeah, I can dig that. So next game we got is the Charlotte Hornets and the Miami Heat. We know that you can always, it says we'll play. Jackson will play. It knows you can always. We know that's kind of a rule for us in the shop. You can always attack the Charlotte Hornets rebounding the basketball. And there's a couple of different ways you can do that here. Of course, with Hassan Whiteside, 8.5K, probably the most popular center play on the slate. Easily the most popular center play on the slate. I do like Josh Richardson at 5.3. I think he's in a very solid spot here. You take a look at maybe some James Johnson off of the bench at 4.4 is a guy that I think is going to be usable. Of course, everybody's going to be on Jeremy Lamb. We know Kemba Walker is out. We know Nick Batum is out. So I think Lamb should be a little bit more popular than he has been. Maybe even Dwight Howard you can use here at center. But I love Jeremy Lamb in the spot though. Yeah. Lamb is the play. Lamb and Marvin Williams. He only played 18 minutes last game. That doesn't scare you off of Whiteside at that price. Not really, because Whiteside can like get a double in like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't really scare me. Did they fix the NBA lock after contest start crap? No, I don't think they're gonna start that until the season starts. I think they're gonna change it. You don't think Howard gonna change that rebounding narrative this year? I hope so. I hope he will. I'm torn between Lamb and AG. What do you think? Lamb. I like Lamb, bro. Fultz is the bum shoulder. Shot 3 of 12 last game. He's a fade for you. I can dig it. And I guess that's why they brought Howard in, because of how bad they were at attacking the boards. But Howard's not going to be there. Not going to play the whole game. You know what I mean? Late swap is during the regular season. Got you. Late swap during the regular season. So let's take a look. Here we got. Let me go back. Okay, so we're looking at Hornets here. Yeah, Rick Bonnell. He is the beat writer for the Hornets here. Michael Jordan gives $7 million to medical clinics for poor areas. Oh, cool. Thanks, Mike. Tyronn Lue says his name. Okay, we got that already. And Nick Batum actions for Kemba Walker's. Okay, I think the hardest thing to replace in Nick Batum's absence will be him organizing the second unit when Kemba Walker sits. That's more of a regular season talk. Steve Clipper said Sunday, Marvin Williams will play some small forward in Nick Batum's absence, so Cody Zeller may play some power forward. That kind of makes me want to look. Okay, no Dragic tonight for the Heat. We don't have Dragic. Dragic is out, and that's what puts Josh Richardson in play for me actually. With no Dragic out, I kind of like Josh Richardson for that reason. I really do. And Cody Zeller, I'm gonna look at Cody Zeller, man, as a center play. I will post a link in the shop later on how to save beat writers to tweet deck. Okay, cool. Anyone on Olynyk? I don't like Olynyk. I mean, he's not enough of a rebounder for me. I don't like Olynyk. He doesn't do enough on the boards for me. He's not a guy that I like. The next game is the Houston Rockets and the New York Knicks. My New York Knicks. Kristaps seemed to be a game time decision. Really don't know. I don't know what to expect from Kristaps in this spot, man. If I was them, I wouldn't even play him. But give me some Tim Hardaway, man. Yo, I love. Waiters doesn't look 100% to me right now. He looks sluggish. I love Tim Hardaway in this spot. We know how the Houston Rockets can struggle defending the 2 guard, and they were good against the point guard, but they got rid of probably like one of the better point guard defenders in the league. They did get Chris Paul in return, who ain't too shabby as a point guard defender anyway. But that's going to lead me to Tim Hardaway Jr. I like him in this spot. I also, if Michael Beasley was playing, I would be on him as well. I think you can take a look at Courtney Lee here in this spot at 4.4. I kind of like him. Houston gonna beat their ass, most definitely. But I like Tim Hardaway Jr. On the other side, no-brainer play. James Harden. He's been playing a little bit more minutes than I thought he would play. Beasley did play for Houston. Yes, he did play for Houston. James Harden surprisingly played. He played quite a bit of minutes. So I like him. I think Chris Paul, also a guy we can look to. I like Clint Capella here in this spot. I think you can play like a number of these cats. I think you can play a number of these cats. I like that. I like that. Where's my homie at, too? Is Beasley playing tonight? Let's take a look. Let's see what's up with the... let's go to the... Michael Beasley's side. He's day-to-day. Michael Beasley was a late scratch on Sunday due to a foot injury. That was Sunday, yeah. And he's day-to-day. So... I like Tim Hardaway, man. Beasley would be a nice play if he's not injured, but he's day to day and it's gonna be a game time decision. So you put him in and then he gets scratched and that's it. Houston beat writer says Rocket will play 3 quarters. That's all I need. That's all I need. They want to have at least James or CP3 on the floor at all times this season. Yeah, the Houston stack I think is money. I think you can stack Houston today. I really do. Like I don't have an issue with that. I don't have any issue with stacking Houston, bro. I think that's a viable strategy. And Eric Gordon too is somebody who I'm gonna take a look at 4.6. I kind of like that. All right, next game we got Orlando Magic and the Dallas Mavericks. Right off the gate, man, everybody talking about Yogi Ferrell being in play, and I dig it. It makes a lot of sense. There were times last year when you could easily play Yogi Ferrell, and he got it in. Man, there's a big brush fire where I stay, a big-ass cloud of smoke, can't even breathe when I go outside. Damn, Dave, sorry about that, man. Yogi Ferrell, yes, a guy that I definitely think you can play. Gene Clavel at 4.8 is a guy who I like. That's a sleeper play right there, man. I think you should take a look at him. Gene Clavel, take a look at him. Really solid game he had last time out. Let's take a look. What do we got? Oh, this is from the Rockets. Yeah, this is from the Rockets. This is from the Rockets. Where same previous regular season games, similar to the regular season through 3 quarters, some 2-unit reserves in the 4th before it clears bench. Likely, see this. They asked him like, "Yo, what do you think of the minutes? What do you think about tonight's minutes for the Houston Rockets?" And Jonathan Fagan, who is the beat writer, right, for the Rockets, says it's likely the same as the previous preseason games, similar to the regular season. They're going to play 3 quarters. That's cool. That lets you know the starters, it's a go. It's a go. It's good. So on the other side, Aaron Gordon, very popular play, as he should be. I think he's going to have a really solid rebounding performance against the Dallas Mavericks, even though they're in Dallas. Evan Fournier, 5.7. Maybe a guy you look at. Even Elfrid Payton, bro. I kind of like a little bit of this Orlando team. And the total is like right at 200, so it's kind of what I want. I like the way the Magic is playing so far. They have been pushing the tempo, and that does bode well for Elfrid Payton, most certainly. I mean, I don't know exactly what it's going to mean for Vucevic because I don't see them, giving a ton of. I don't see them giving a ton of minutes to Nikola Vucevic because he's one of the more fragile guys in their rotation. But Aaron Gordon, especially a young guy, they want to see get more minutes. Of course, Payton and Fournier, those guys are going to be doing a lot of the ball handling. I've got no problem there. I kind of like those guys. I like that, but I don't love a lot on the Dallas side. Payton used to sneak them triple doubles in last year. Yo, he did. Mavs are expected to give starters a lot of run tonight. It's coming from DJ Sabato. And those are going to be guys like Harrison Barnes, who is cheap as shit at 4.7. If you like him, I understand why you want to play him. The Dennis Smith Jr. cat is at 6.1. I definitely can understand that if you wanted to play him. But I'm not going to have a lot of exposure to these Dallas cats. I'm just not. I'm in love with the Houston game, bro. I'm in love with the Houston game, and now I'm in love with the Phoenix and Utah game since Vooch is playing average of 17 minutes per game. Yeah, I'm in love with the Houston game, and I'm also in love with the Utah Phoenix game, and more so because in the Utah game, hey girl, come on. More so in the Utah game because there's no Rudy Gobert, and when your best rim protector is being taken out of the game, yo, I definitely want to get some exposure to some of those Phoenix slashers. I really do. With no Rudy Gobert, I want to get exposure to some of those Phoenix slashers. So let's take a look at the Utah and the Phoenix game here, where you already know. Okay, Rodney Hood, of course he's out. No, baby, thank you. Rodney Hood, we know he's out. That dude never comes to play. Rudy Gobert, we know he's out. So that means you're gonna get a lot of Derek Favors. He's been playing for me. I would have a problem with playing Derek Favors at all. I'm good. Yeah. Rudy really slows the tempo down, and I don't think he's gonna be able to do that. That's why I love D Book. I love Devin Booker. Give me Devin Booker. Give me some Marcus Chris here. I like him. I even think that you can take a look at Lynn here. Yep. Yeah, I even think Alex Lynn is in play. I really do. Hey girl, say hi. Say hi everybody. Say bye bye. Say bye bye. She don't say hi. She just know how to say bye. People are talking about Josh Jackson. I'm not on him. Yeah, they always play. Their D-Book is like the man in Phoenix. He gets run, and I like that. I like that. I really do. So Rubio is in play for me. Yeah, Rubio and Favors. Yeah, Rubio and Favors are going to be my favorite two plays from the Utah side, and then Devin Booker, Marcus Chris, Alex Lynn. Those are guys that I like a lot. Booker, Bledsoe, Lynn. Yeah, that's who I got. No, I don't want to play Bledsoe. I don't want to play Bledsoe. Yeah. And then the last game, and this is a game I really love. And there's a couple of reasons why I want y'all to pay attention to this game. And you're gonna see this as the season progresses. Like you're gonna see this. People just do not want to wait till 10 o'clock to win their tournament. They think that they can get everything they need in the early games to win, and that's just not the case. It's just not the case. Like usually the West Coast games are higher scoring anyway. You said who's going to be lined up against Rubio? But he's probably going to see Bledsoe. Boban starting? Boban starting? Oh, man. I think Rubio locks down players he's on. Not sure if I remember correctly. Boban is starting. That could definitely be that could definitely be a play. That dude is Boban is a rebounding machine, and he's a pretty decent shot blocker too. He's a pretty decent shot blocker. Yeah. So in the late night game, Portland, of course. Now it is going to be a thing that the worst perimeter defense, the worst perimeter backcourt defense in the league, is always going to be the Portland Trailblazers. Those cats play so hard. Those cats play so hard on offense, attacking the basket and trying to score the ball. They just let guys run by them. I think the coaches must tell them to do that, bro. Don't worry about it. Just let people run by you. Like Lillard and McCollum combined to be shit on defense. Like they do not. And that means two things. That means not only can you play them, but you can play the cats that play against them. because it looks like this huge like scoring race between their backcourt and the opposing team's backcourt. That when you have sort of a solid backcourt tandem on either side, on the other side, you can use those guys well. And I think with so many other guys going to be out for Sacramento here, you've got Buddy Hield, who I like, who is a chucker, who loves to shoot the ball, and he can attack the basket as well. I think, you know, if George Hill didn't just play a ton of minutes, if George Hill didn't already just play a ton of minutes the other day, I would have liked him a lot more in the spot. But he's a game time decision. For me, it'd be Buddy Hield. It'd be some Scal, it'd be Sierra. I really wish De'Aaron Fox was not injured. I don't think he's gonna be playing. They might. Okay. Oh, you talking about the homie Embiid? Yeah, I'm not. Yo, y'all gonna remember me from last year. I hate playing Embiid. I just don't like playing Embiid. I don't. Embiid, I'm waiting on the injury from Embiid. I just don't like playing him. I really don't. With all the value, Paul and Lillard can be your guards tonight on FanDuel, I think. Yeah, most certainly. Most certainly. So give me some Dame. Give me some CJ McCollum. Yusuf Nurkic is in play if you want to play him. I'm not going to play him. I don't love him. I do like some Maurice Harkless off of the bench at 4.3. I think that is in play. Yes, Scal BCA is in play. Most certainly. Most certainly. Cauley Stein is in play. You got to remember, this is an up-tempo. Both teams up-tempo run. So it's going to be some rebounds. It's going to be some scoring. It's probably going to be the highest scoring game of the night, I think. And I only say that because the Knicks suck so bad that the Rockets are not going to have to score. If the Rockets score 130, baby, what are you doing? Why do you have a knife? Girl, what? Baby, what are you? Baby, this is not what you should be doing, okay? You have a knife and an ice cream scooper. This is not, we don't need either of those things to do what we're doing, okay? You got a knife and an ice cream scoop. What you trying to do? So, yeah, man, that's what I'm liking tonight. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Look at Papa Giannis down there. Ooh. Yo, I kind of like that Boban joint, though. Damn, that Boban play was nice. That Boban play was nice. The write-up the shop member had this morning said Portland starters could get 30. Yes, sir. Said Portland starters could get 30 minutes, and I like that. That's why I like Dame and CJ. Knicks is the team. Harden dropped over 100 fantasy points on last year, but it's preseason and a different Knicks team slightly. Gotcha. Girl, why you keep getting the knives? It's crazy, baby. Yeah, anywhere close to 30 minutes would be dope. All right. So if I had to establish a core of plays for you, which I will right now, these are gonna be the guys you're gonna see in a lot of my lines. Okay, you're gonna see. Come here. Come on. Come on. I'll get it for you. You're gonna see a lot of Devin Booker. You're gonna see a lot of. Come here. You're gonna see a lot of Devin Booker. You're gonna see a lot of Mike Conley. You're gonna see a lot of Damian Lillard, and you're of course gonna see you're gonna see a lot of Hassan Whiteside. Those are guys that I like. Those are the guys I like. All right. So Van Gundy will give him and John Lewis some minutes. Yo, John Lewis is kind of interesting too, but you can't play everybody. You cannot play everybody. You hated on Nurkic all year. Get over it. He's good. Nurkic is not good, bro. Nurkic had like 2 games that were great last year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like Nurkic is not great, man. He's not that great. But Houston stacked to start. Yeah. I love the stack Houston. Houston is like the most stackable offense for me. And the reason why I'm not issuing out like an official like core 4 and all of that, because we're not completely set on the actual minutes in the rotation. You know what I'm saying? Hard. Oh yeah, definitely Hard is in play. Yeah, definitely Hard is in play. Definitely Hard is in play. Y'all like Motley from Dallas? No, I don't like him. Boban from the he said Boban is the fawn from the Chronicles of Narnia. Yeah, that dude could get like 8 blocks and 12 points and 6 rebounds in like 6 minutes. Boban Marjanovic, the big homie, So it should be a really solid night of NBA. Honestly, what I'm doing, yes, I'm at Tatum. Yo, to me, Tatum Fultz is kind of like this. That's like the slate, you know. So that's how I'm rocking, man. Let's go ahead and get it in and have a really solid night tonight of NBA. For me, I'm just playing mostly the come on, son, a drink. For me, I'm playing single entries. I got one line in the $5 joint, the 75K. Isn't Ben Simmons starting at point guard? Well, no, he's not. I think he's starting, but I don't think he's starting at point guard because Markelle Fultz. We just saw that we saw that was Markelle Fultz from the beat writer. It says Fultz is going to be there. He's going to be starting. So I'm in for $37 a night, 5 entry. What? She's so fake. That fake crying. Okay. Well, tell everybody bye, okay? Tell everybody bye. Oh yeah. Real quick. Yeah, Ben Simmons is a power forward. Yeah, Ben Simmons is a power forward. Yeah, so real quick, the NFL tonight. So only a 2-game slate. If you were like me, you just stacked up as much Houston as you had to last night, and it forced you to play some Bears today. And I kind of split down the middle, man. I've got a lot of of Houston Texans players, and then I've got both my lines were Deshaun Watson lines. I only played 2 lines last night. They both were Deshaun Watson lines. So I had half with Minnesota, one lineup with Minnesota Cats, one lineup with Chicago Cats. I'm gonna see where the chips fall. Hopefully it works out. Tonight's game, most of the coverage is gonna shift, bro. Everybody wants to play the Thursday game. Nobody really wants to play this upcoming game tonight because you've got Minnesota and you've got Chicago, but 2 teams that are pretty decent defensively, and you've got the uncertainty of who's going to be quarterbacking for Minnesota. You've got the uncertainty of if Mitchell Trubisky is going to come out and play well. So I foresee him being very, very low owned. Trubisky, that is, tonight. So if you want to take a shot that way, I can dig it. It makes sense. Maybe there's nothing else that you're done with that. Yeah, I would be very surprised to see the ownership on Trubisky reach 15%. I think everybody is going to go the other direction. And I want to take a look at it too. Let's take a look. NFL. Yeah, everybody's on the Thursday game. Yes, baby. So if you played anyone, right, that's right. So if you played anyone in this, because you got Philadelphia, Carolina, and this is coming off of Carson Wentz and Cam Newton having really, really dope games. So that's where most of the coverage is going to be. It's going to be Wentz. It's going to be Cam. And if you play tonight, if you're going to play anybody tonight, Trubisky and Bradford, you're going to be in the minority. You're going to be in the minority, heavily in the minority if you play Mitch Trubisky. So, but that's how you win GPPs, man. Because the cats that played that faded Hunt and played the other dude, the other running back last night, like those cats got to the money. Or the cats that played both of them. And that's one thing, this is the biggest thing I'm gonna give you, bro. Play an entire backfield. If you don't listen to nothing else that I'm telling you, stop playing. Play an entire backfield. If you're gonna play whatever running back you play the entire backfield because that's how you're gonna get exposure. CP3 out and Porzingis out. Ooh, that changes things. Well, that for the Knicks ones. What's some more? Huh. Yeah. Play an entire backfield, bro. Like if you play Latavius Jet McKinnon, you play Howard Cohen, you play Smallwood, LeGarrette Blount, McCaffrey, Jonathan Stewart. Like, bro, I'm serious. Play an entire backfield. That's how you get that guy that vultures the touchdown from everybody. It happens every 2-game slate. Every 2-game slate. Play an entire backfield. Because one of these teams is going to give up the most amount of rushing yards. And all you want to do is look at these 4 teams and see which one's going to give up the most rushing yards. And right now, I think with what they have, the weapons they have, and what they have allowed against the run, I think that the Chicago Bears they're at home. See, the first thing ain't no more. The first thing I'm gonna say is teams run better at the crib. Teams run better at the crib, right? So that cuts it down to 2 teams, Chicago and Carolina. Well, Philadelphia has been pretty good against the run. Right? Plus, who would you want to play? Do you want to play Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen against Minnesota defense, who is like really, really great against the run? Or do you want to play Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Stewart, who Philadelphia is really good against the run? The only thing is they're in a shared situation right now with the quarterback. I mean, and all Chicago can do is run, right? All Chicago can do is run. Plus, look at the fact that Minnesota might be in a situation where they don't have their starting, their regular starting quarterback. Their running back is out. This team is kind of banged up right now. That kind of sets the stage for me to play Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen and keep it moving. So that's my thoughts on the 2-game slate. Play an entire backfield, whichever one you choose. But I think it should be between Chicago and Carolina. Me, I'm playing the Chicago backfield. Playing both of them. Give me the Chicago backfield, and I'm going to work from there. So, much love to everybody, man. Thank you all for joining me here in the Dropping Dimes at 5. Thank you. Thank y'all for joining me and my lovely co-host. Say bye-bye to everybody. I want y'all to keep it 300 tonight, man. Let's go get some money, get some of this the NBA DFS money. Yo, I'm going to be here later on tonight where I'm going to chop up, kind of break down what happened, because, of course, I'm going to watch all the NBA games, and we're going to be discussing my top setup play tonight, Whiteside. My top setup play tonight is Whiteside. I love Whiteside. I'm going to have a lot of them. So, yo, peace, man. Y'all hold it down, man. Keep it 300, man. We out.